Welcome back, CubTV.
Sorry I'm late.
Where have you been?
I was trying to find parking in the parking lot today, and it was very crazy.
I know what you mean. Sometimes it's impossible to find a good spot.
Maybe it's time for Ben to teach us some parking lot manners.
Do you ever get frustrated trying to navigate the high school parking lot? Do you almost run over Drew every single day? Do you even know how to drive? Beep, beep, beep. Now the high school parking lot is composed of 3 parts: the teacher parking lot, the stadium parking lot, and the general parking lot. The general parking lot can be broken up into another 3 parts. You have upperclassmen in the front, you have the other extra drivers in the middle, and in the very back you have Diesel Row. Now remember, the school is not responsible for the hate you may receive for parking in the wrong spot. Fun fact, the parking lot has a speed limit. A speed limit is the maximum you can drive. By the number of red and blue lights I've seen, I'm guessing some people don't understand this. An important thing to use while driving is your turn signals. They help indicate where you're going, and so you don't run into other cars or people, like teenage boys wearing shorts in the winter. Now when leaving the parking lot, you need to remember to go slow. Yes, you're excited to leave school, but your next location should be your house and not the hospital. Did you know the speed limit still applies when leaving the parking lot? This is to ensure safety for all, including our ears. I hope you can apply what you learned today to become a better, safer, smarter driver. Now good luck out there. Beep beep.
Well, that was interesting, Ben.
I'm sure our administration will appreciate the fact that we're trying to be safer drivers.
Speaking of safety, I'm sure Mr. Smith would like to share some COVID updates about this new semester.
I'm Kira Brockman, and I'm here with Mr. Smith to discuss some of the new COVID-19 changes that are happening with the school.
There was limited participation from the governor's office in relation to who could participate as a spectator at athletic events. On January 7th, those were removed, and the amount of people who could attend events then turned back to the school district. What Nevada chose to do was to allow for families of participants to attend. Part of that proclamation stated that the event coordinator, which is the school, has to ensure that there can still be 6 feet of social distancing between household units. And that's the part that kind of, when we read it, stuck with us and said, it doesn't really allow for like a student section. So that's really the biggest change from the January 7th proclamation. What was communicated by the activities department was that this is the protocol until further notice. We have tried to make it really clear that we expect everyone to follow the hallway flow, just as an extra COVID-19 mitigation step. I don't anticipate any changes with mask wearing and contact tracing. Contact tracing rules within the school were helped out when we went to full masks. So it allows us to sit here and not be a close contact to each other as long as we have masks on. In this short interview, right? The mask mandate in the school has really helped keep students in school.
Thank you so much for taking the time to come and do this interview with us and helping our students and staff to learn a little bit more about how the COVID-19 is changing with our school.
Okay, I appreciate the questions.
I was pretty disappointed that we didn't get a student section this year.
At least our teams were still able to compete. In fact, Drew just got the inside story from the wrestling team.
Off the mat, senior Zach Stinn faces some unique challenges. However, on the mat, he is no different than the rest of his teammates. As a baby, Zach was diagnosed with Down syndrome, but he still manages to compete every day.
Over the past 4 years, I'd say it's just been a great experience. He always just brings positivity to the team, and he's always just a great guy to be around.
He's been fun to practice with and fun to bring along to meets and tournaments and just hang out with in general. He really is a highlight of the team and really gets us going and keeps us going in practice.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, he's always making us laugh during practice, and he's a goofy kid.
Well, he doesn't really like to lose, so you have to be ready for that. He gets a little grumpy, but and just like showing extra care towards him and making sure he's learning, even though he may have some disadvantages.
Something I've learned from Zach is that like no matter what, he's like always positive, and he always just has this big smile on his face.
Well, that it just sucks to lose sometimes, but when you win, it's a lot more fun, and really enjoy those wins here and there, even if you have the losses in between. It's been a real highlight to have him, and really fun, good atmosphere when he's around. Gets us through practice a lot easier.
He's just been a great guy. I've enjoyed being with him the last 4 years.
It is really inspiring to see an athlete overcome challenges on and off the mat. Thank you, Zach, for letting us share your story.
That's a really heartwarming story, Drew.
And remember, even though we can't see our wrestlers in person, we can always watch their live streams on Nevada's YouTube page.
And that's all we have for today's episode. See you next time on CubTV.